My name is Mirko. I will try to talk about this program that we offer to you. As you see, we go from engineering to bioinformatics, telecommunication, but I will not specifically address each of one. I will ask you to go to the desk for more details. And I would like also just to give you an idea with some students about the scenario that we are facing now, very exciting for me. And I will use the word connection and connectivity to raise some questions. And I hope to inspire some motivation. Then at the end the question is which program you have to choose. Well, this is not an answer, this is not a question I can answer. The one to choose is really to following your motivation and what you really like to study. This is really the right time in your life where you can make this choice. And here I also want to thank not only the professor but all the people working in this Alma Oriental, which are going to give you all the information at least to help you to make the right choice. Well, why connectivity? I mean, now more and more people are connected every day, more and more devices are connected every day. But not only this, now we know and we can measure and we can model that our cell, our genes, our proteins are connected. And this opens an incredible number of scenarios that inspire, and I think that can inspire your study and your future. But let me play a little bit about this world being connected and being international. And I want to show you something, and I want to discuss about, without going into any details, what it means, what are the scenarios that we have in front, seeing all these connected things. Think about, well, because there is an accident, so think about me going in a mountain bike with an helmet, and the helmet is connected and is able to capture if there is an emergency situation, and immediately all the actor, all the structure, all the data which are important are transferred to one to the other. And this is not really a futuristic scenario. And all these problems open a lot of problems, technologically, from engineering point of view, from the hardware point of view, from the information technology point of view, from the social point of view, from the mathematical point of view. Well, again, how to attack this problem is really up to you. But we would like you to offer a lot of opportunity. But let me start with some questions, just to give you not the details, but the idea of the size that we are dealing with in the last 10 or 20 years, and which will be growing in the future, I believe. So I ask you if you know how many things are connected to the internet. Oh, things is not just the cellular phone. Now the cellular phone is obviously connected to the internet. Your laptop is obviously connected to something, let's say to the internet. But your pet can be connected, your house, your coffee machine, your flower, even or my grandparents can be in some way connected on something that can at least alarm if something is happening that needs some attention. So I don't know if you have an idea of how big is this connection. And well, it's incredible, at least for me. We are about 14 billion objects are now being connecting and able to exchange information, to share information, to transform information, to handle information. And this again open questions at different level, at the level of hardware to the level of sociological impact. This means that basically every second 80 new things get connected to something and get connected together, and we have to face this, and I believe that this open very, very exciting questions. And but also now, this is the Hong Kong protest of a few weeks ago. Also now we can connect people even where they cannot, or they should not, or they're not allowed to be connected. But this is, I would like to ask Collian, which is our Italian student, to tell us more about this, and most important about his experience here at Alma Mater.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. As the picture shows, here we have the Hong Kong protest, where the government decided to basically turn off the internet to prevent the communication between the protesters. But they could still be able to communicate thanks to this application called FireChat, thanks to which it's possible to communicate even without the internet, using the smartphones. So people can communicate just by using the Bluetooth, for example, or the Wi-Fi. And what enables this process, let's say, is connection. So again, this is our keyword. In fact, people are connected. They move all along the day, and based on their movement, they are connected in some way or in another way. For example, they move to the office, or they go home, or they are moving around the city, and they have opportunities of contact thanks to which they can communicate. So in this case, the previous application, FireChat, allows the transmission of messages. But now I'm using this word again, connection, to say that connection is crucial not only for messages transfer, but also for knowledge transfer. And I think this is why an international course like our course is very important. In fact, I'm saying this as Italian. I'm from Cesena, and I studied here in Bologna my bachelor, my master degrees, and now I'm going to start the PhD program. And I want to stress my point of view. Why? Because I always been here in Italy, but still I could have basically the word in my house. I mean, I know that it seems sort of like advertisement or something just inspiring, but this is the truth. Because now I have friends from all over the world, from Argentina, from Iran, and so on and so forth. So I think that this is one other crucial point. So yeah, it's true that you can go abroad and experience the world, but it's also true that you can have the world at your house. And I think this is important. And that's why, again, I'm saying that it's important to be international. That means being connected. So thank you.
Thank you, Colin. Well, just want to introduce the next experience to you. Of course, I want to take the opportunity of thinking about things being connected. Of course, as Colin said, not only things are connected, it's not only the amount of the size to the huge amount, but also the quality of a connection is very important. And I think, again, what we are trying to stress here at Alma Mater, and this is really what our international program can do, can really increase the quality of your connection, even if they are not so big as the one we mentioned before. And I would like to ask Ramakanta, which is our student here from India, he can share something about the experience. And please.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am Ramakanta. I'm from India, and I graduated in information technology in my bachelor's, and now I'm studying electronics and communication science, because I was more interested in computing in terms of hardware and connectivity in terms of networks. So it was really helpful from my course. First of all, what are the reasons why I'm here? I mentioned all these points. First of all, it's international. Why international? Because we are studying with a lot of friends, a lot of people from around the world. They're from different culture, different traditions. And it's a wonderful opportunity to when you have an international degree rather than having a general degree, it gives you more importance to your career. And in terms of university's reputation, as we all know that University of Bologna is world's oldest university, and to be a part of this pride, it's also gives you can take this pride that I have graduated from this university. In the point of innovation, as we know, University of Bologna is involved with many research activities. Like currently, I had a chance to get involved in one of the European projects where we are working on the protocols which are involved in Internet of Things. As Professor Mirko said, almost 80 things are connected in 1 second. So to improve the user experience, it's very, very helpful. And in various details, we can explore it. And mobility. In terms of mobility, we have the option to go abroad, to study abroad, even from Bologna, to go to another university, even for 1 term or for a year, to explore their curriculum, their education style. And by this way, you can, I think, you will have a wonderful and unique student life experience. I think all this justifies you why you should enroll in the international course. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramakanta. Thanks. So let me just give you another example, if you still have patience to hear. This is really about, not only that the number of devices increasing, but just numbers that probably can tell you a little bit where we are going and what kind of problem and scenario we are facing. Is about the impact on the hardware. Now think about a chip, and where we have a number of transistors, and the number of transistors that we can put on a chip is incredibly increasing. There was a prediction, which is called Moore law, by Gordon Moore, which is the co-founder of Intel in the 65, who predicted that this number can double every year. So grows exponentially fast. And just to give you an idea, think about this building here. And this building is a chip. And in the 70s, this is our building here. In the 70s, there were about, I'm giving gross figure, of course, I'm not going into the details. There's about 2,300 transistors can fit in a chip. Now we are here, and the chip is the same size, the same building, and we want to put the number of transistors we can put now. And if we think that any person is a transistor, and we want to go to the same scale nowadays, which means that we have to bring all the people of China and stick it here in this building. And this is the size that we are dealing now. And again, with the nanotechnology, we are going deeper and deeper and deeper, and smaller and smaller and smaller, and the impact, of course, it's very, very hard to imagine. And a lot of programs here face some of this issue. But of course, again, because I want more, what is most important now, our personal experience of colleagues, probably a little bit older than you, is that not only the transistors are growing number, but if I think at me 10 years ago, everything that is possible to you now, it's quite incredible. It's like a Moore law for internationalization, which is a word I cannot even say in Italian, so it's not both ways the same. So, but of course, more and more people now, again, like transistor in a chip, the number of people which are able to use this opportunity of traveling and be international, it's growing, and it's growing a lot. And Estefania probably can share with us some of her experience. She's from Argentina, but she can say better than me. Please.
Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone, I'm Estefania. I did my master's degree here at the University of Bologna of Telecommunication Engineering. And I can sum up my experience with one word, that is connection. Okay, during my studies, I was pretty interested on what was satellite communication. Even my studies not focusing in it, so I decided to do my thesis in satellite communication, and I had the opportunity to went to Munich to the aerospace agency to do my thesis. So I will show the pictures of my experience. So what my studies allows to me was to be connected with the world. This is the picture of my office in Germany. We were connected with the world with antennas. We were taking data from all the world each time. We were processing it. We were knowing what was happening. So I was connected also with an engineering team. Here I'm presenting my project. We are discussing, we are connecting ideas from different people. We are connecting abilities from different people. So another picture, we were connected also with the space. Here are my colleagues that are in communication with the International Space Agency, International Space Station, that we have an astronaut there, and we were in connection with him. So also, I was connected with different people, with different cultures. This was my group. There were all the students doing their thesis in the National Space Agency. We were 15. There were 10 different cultures, 10 different languages, and 10 different countries. So we were connected with the world, with different things. And also, okay, this was during the World Cup. Whatever you go out for your country, you will find people from your place. So I was also connected with my roots, with my Argentinians there. That's all.
Thank you again. And let me show you something else, which, you know, with more people are connected, more devices are connected, more transistor on a chip. But now we know that also the complexity of our living organisms present now wonderful scenarios, which are not new, of course, because, you know, our life organisms are there for some times. But now we have a way, the instrument to measure it, and also the technology to measure it, and the instrument to model it and to face it. So also now we know our genes are connected, proteins are connected one the other, our signals that come from our body are connected one from the other, and our neurons, of course, are connected one from the other. And this huge amount of information that we can measure and model bring us incredible questions. And we know that we have to dig into this huge amount of information to gather the information we need. So, for example, each of one has more or less, I guess, no, not more or less, I'm joking, 23 chromosomes with some now genetic data. And, well, humans have 23, okay? And living organisms have different number. But you look at your friend, and you are, for some aspect, you are very similar. But some other aspect, you are unique, you are very different. And where this difference comes from, where the similarity comes from? Well, if you just look at the genetic data, numbers are quite impressive for me. I'm not going to, this is just really a gross idea, and I don't pretend to be very precise. But if you look between you and your friend, you have 6 billion of nucleotide, which cover all of your genetic data and your chromosome, more or less, different kind of sequences, and only 0.1 or 0.4% of the total DNA is different from you and your friend. And this very portion of DNA is where the difference are. But then if you go a little bit far from the evolution, if you look at the chimpanzee, only 4% of the DNA...
My name is Laura Ferster. I'm from Argentina. I did my bachelor at the National University of Córdoba. And in the 2012, I got my degree in electronics engineer. While I was studying and finishing my study, and also a period after that, I was working in a company in Argentina, which name is Clarify Argentina. And I was doing, my job was based in optical communication. Then, when I finished my bachelor, I had more time for think. And I start to feel curious about education, about people, about technology outside Argentina. And also I had curious about my personal life, like meet people from all of the world and share experience. So that's why I decided to make this international course. Well, here I would like to share with you some pictures that, well, in this side you can see my personal experience. I could travel a lot. I met people from all over the world. And these are pictures for the university. Well, it is also a very, for me, a very magnificent experience, because not also in the education part, but I used to see, for example, the problems for the whole world from my TV when I was in Argentina. And I believe what I hear. So when I came here and meet these people from all the world, I start to understand better which are the problems from the world. So I start to feel the same feelings, share experience, share thoughts. It was, for me, amazing. Because if you want to make a change, you need to understand which is the root of the problem. So the best source for this are the people who are living that problem. So this for me was amazing. And well, these are my expectations. I'm in the second year from telecommunication engineer, and I would like to do my specialization in body area network. That is a field from wireless sensor network, and it's based on sensor that you have on your body or inside your body that allows to measure signals from your body, for example, pressure, blood, or a lot of kind of things, and transmit this information to other device like your cell phone or maybe the hospital if you have a problem, so they can act in the moment that you measure something that is wrong. So, well, this is what I would like to do. I'm starting to study this. For me, it's very interesting. So, okay, this is my experience. Thank you.
Thank you.